What is up, everyone? Kamil and Azeem here from the Almost Grown Up podcast. If you like what you see, be sure to get involved in the comments, subscribe and like, and we'll see you in the video. Shall we clap? 3, 2, 1.
We're in. I've forgotten what number episode we are.
14, 15. Quite a few now.
Convincing. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, I don't. Do you remember we were talking about last podcast? First of all, the hat. I did wear it.
Oh yeah,
So
it's good.
Followed through. Thank you.
Followed through.
I always follow through.
Nice. Well, you did need a shit when I arrived.
I did.
So he's always pooping. They're always pooping. Whenever we got to do something, he's like, "Oh, I gotta take a shit."
Just make me feel kind of shitty, bro.
I just relax you. You're just like, "Oh,
Whoa, whoa! Let's not go down that route again. But yeah, last podcast we were talking about how the podcast world has expanded.
yes."
And I've suddenly also, well, this kind of ties into the end of 2020. We also got our Spotify Wrapped and all that. And I don't really listen to that many podcasts on Spotify. I usually use like Acast or whatever it is. But then I started recently, for some reason, getting served or just in your homepage all the other podcasts I could listen to.
Yeah.
And I found like a plethora of them that just have like 10-minute episodes. And I'm like,
yeah, there's tons.
what in the like? What do you get across in that? Like we do what, like 40 minutes usually.
Yeah, but that's because we just chat a load of shit and we don't really have like a script
Plan.
or something. Yeah, like a lot of people.
I can't imagine us sticking to a script though. I can barely stick to
Life.
glue.
Jokes. No, but it just depends what you talk about, innit? Because like people who just do 5 minutes or something, it could just be like a one specific topic on, I don't know, something to do with whatever it is they're talking about. Just short and sweet, innit? Like not everyone's going to want to listen to a podcast and be engaged for half an hour or 40 minutes. That's long. Like, I'd turn us off after 5 minutes, bro. Maybe we should do 5 minutes.
On being gay for half an hour.
I'm pretty certain I didn't say that.
Yeah, I think there's also a lot of people who listen to podcasts who on the run.
Yeah, I don't get that. Run faster! Go! Keep running! Yeah!
They've got podcasts on.
So,
Am I confusing you with the sound of your breathing?
you see, I can't listen to. I mean, to be fair, I don't really work out, so I'm probably not the best person to sort of use as an example. But
I also
using
know
a
people-
podcast,
Yeah, people
Like
who
to
like
do-
lift weights and they're like, oh, it just relaxes me. I'm like, why would you want to? I mean,
but I can't pay attention to it. Then I will just like architects playing in my ears, just like keep going.
by the way, I don't know if I mentioned the last podcast, but they did that live stream at the Royal Albert Hall.
I don't think you did. You said it was sick,
well,
right?
It was amazing.
It's dope.
So it's still up for debate. I would like to think that it was streamed live that moment.
I think it was.
So my sister is convinced that it was not and it was pre-recorded.
Did they at any point get involved in like engaging with people, or was it literally just like a gig? They weren't like sort of. They didn't like have any comments rolling or anything like that, or I mean that would have been way too many.
Comments rolling?
Yeah, like you know when a lot of people do live streams, they sort of
no,
see the feed.
No, so it was like hosted on I don't know what it is, but it was both hosted, but there were no comments allowed. I don't think anyone really wanted to have any comments during it anyway. But there were no bits where I could see that there were there was a discernible cut where, you know, sometimes when they do like band DVDs, there'll be a bit when they've taken it from like the same place
show.
but on a different night.
Yeah.
And they also had like you could see the people, like the roadies, like packing up shit and like rewiring stuff, and it was all like moving. So it was all shot in one take.
Yeah.
But whether it was streamed live is what I don't know. I was not sure about, and I was trying to Google. I couldn't find anything. But there was a bit at the start which I think was pre-recorded where he did like the walk through where they have like the intro music, and then he just joined the band. But from there onwards, it was like
one sort of solid.
Yeah, one take, and like his vocals, I don't even know, perfect, man. It's like,
really,
yeah. Like there wasn't a single bit. Like
I'm sure there was a bit of track going on though. But I mean, to be fair, like
there was
who's
actually
to doubt Sam?
I've seen them live a few times, and there was noticeably less track in this live stream than
I think they
I've
almost wanted to
heard
like prove a point as well, innit? Just to be like,
man,
we're still sick.
It's
we're getting better.
It's actually unreal. And I really hope that it was a live stream, not just.
Yeah, I mean, I know that, like in big productions like that, it is very it is the norm to do I mean, you do technical runs. Like, you know, they'd be in that venue for like at least a week before, making sure just running it. So some of them would have been recorded.
But my concern is how would they have gotten this to be a live stream during COVID? Because it was like 3 weeks ago now, maybe.
That's pretty straightforward. There wasn't that many crew needed. I mean, it was their crew, but in terms of the staff at the theatre, because they were at the Royal Albert Hall, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't need ushers. You don't need people at the front of house. You don't need people at the bar or anything. You just maybe need a few people just to kind of be like, you know, the trained
sort of people. So you could, in theory, just say that we're in the same bubble and it would be allowed, right?
Yeah, but also,
this was just before
they were working too. They were working, so it was fine for work.
Oh yeah, like
you could still exactly. Like you could still do live streams, and you could, you know, go to offices and stuff. Like that is their office, isn't it? Like they're working. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, on stage, like you could just say like, "Well, we all socially distanced afterwards." Well, they probably hugged afterwards, but whatever.
Yeah. In which case, I'd like to take this moment to tell my sister it was a live stream.
Yeah, you hear that?
Yeah.
Myth busted. Next. Remember that show?
Mythbusters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember we used to like walk home from college and
I'd be like, did you hear that? Did you see this? Because it was sick.
My favourite one was when they tried to see if you could sneeze without the slow-mo of that. There's a... you're not on Snapchat, are you?
No.
Oh, fuck.
I'm not down with the kids like that, I'm afraid.
So, recently, Camille has asked me, for the viewers and the listeners, to start a shared playlist.
Yes.
I think your reasoning was because I listen to more up to date, was the word? I can't remember what you said. Music.
Yeah, more just current, I guess.
That's the word.
Shitty pop music. Well, I have no clue about.
I do fucking love pop music.
Yeah, but like me as a musician, I kind of find that there are periods where I just get burnt out with music. So because I just listen to it all the time, or I did listen to it all the time, and
burnt out creatively or just
no, just like in terms of playing and recording, like that's the goal. Like, and whenever I do that, I'm like sick. I like really get in detail with a song and try to like work out ideas and stuff. But it's just finding new music to listen to, because I find personally, I don't know, maybe I'm just looking at the wrong stuff, but there's so much shit out there at the moment. For me personally, I mean, I'm sure a lot of other people like it, that I just have to filter my way through a lot of stuff just to get to like one good little sort of gem, you know.
This could be quite a big topic, because I was thinking about this recently, because I think with this whole Spotify Wrapped thing coming out, and like my team at work were like, "Oh, where's your Spotify Wrapped?" And I'm like, "This is not a good indication of anything, because my taste is all over the place." And what I do is just rinse. Like if I like a song, I will put it on repeat for like probably like a month until I get sick of it, and I'll be like, right, I'm done. Which,
to be fair, I kind of sorry to just interject. I think that's the best way of doing it, because you get to know a song, or you get to know an album. That's why I still buy albums.
Yeah.
And like that's probably the way I consume music the most. Is we'd go, I don't know, HMV or something. I'd have like a list of albums that I either wanted to check out or I have heard and I really like. Keep it on in the car, because I spend most of my time in the car, and I just repeat that album, and I really like get into it, and like cool, right? And then that becomes an influence. Whereas if music is just background noise, it's just like, well, what's the point? And
I think music as background noise is quite difficult for me.
Yeah, but it is like I think for like the majority of people, it's just they're doing something, they just kind of stick it on, or they're not really like engaged in it. Like do you listen to music just music? Do you ever just stick headphones on and just kind of go?
I've tried to, but I think I've got a playlist on my Spotify called Mindless 44, which is basically like just house with like
just a very straightforward beat, kind of.
Just so I can write words, like if I'm like writing an email or something.
Yeah, I get you.
The second I have words in it, or if it's too musically intricate, like I don't know, Architects, like dubstep, or
just headbanging in a room, like
or like I'm just like it's just too much.
Yeah, I get you.
There was this one. I don't know if anyone knows an artist called Danny L. Hall, but
I don't.
Yeah, he's like some like. Well, I think I heard of him in like 2017. It's like I went to a festival, and a mate of mine went to a festival before that, and had him playing over the speaker, and I was like, this is sick. But it's because like, it just I have the nostalgia back to that festival, because it was really good. And then I tried listening to it at work, and I was like, I just can't do this too much. It's just too intense.
Yeah.
But like, so going back to my point, like, I think when I was younger, like you go into you like certain music because there's like a lifestyle or an image attached to it. And now as I've gotten older, I think there's less of that, and I've started feeling like, and it's going to sound so super old, but I guess it ties into being almost grown up, that I don't give a fuck about, number one, the lifestyle.
Yeah.
I've also noticed that a lot of music just sounds the fucking same, but I also don't care about that anymore. And what I've now started looking for is just how it, it's going to sound really kind of abstract and airy-fairy, so I'm sorry, but just how it makes you feel. Because a song could be written, same chord progression, same sentiment in the lyrics, but it might be worded slightly differently, or the production might be slightly different, but I like one better than the other purely because of how it makes me feel. And
but that's what music is, isn't it? It's
and so I feel like people when people say other people have like bad taste in music, I'm like, I don't know how you. It's just like it's a nothing argument. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. No,
you know what I mean?
Taste is subjective, so you can't really say that. Oh, my taste is better than yours, because that's just get off your hierarchy stool or whatever, a pedestal, whatever it is.
Hierarchy stool like that.
Yeah, that's not really a thing, is it?
Well, whatever it is.
I'm mixing analogies and just fucking sticking them together. It's what I do. I don't know the right thing, so I take what it is and stick it together.
Two colloquial metaphors. Just
my brain's just like, pick a word.
But yeah, so I think as I've almost grown up, I've just started being like, you know what, I don't really care if people think I have shit music taste. So like, when people are like, oh, you like pop music, it's so generic. I'm like, yeah, but it's good. It's written in a way that's meant to be.
Yeah.
But also they're like, oh, you like pop music. I'm like, because you remember when we used to study music together, and they were like, pop song structure, and I was like, this is literally every song.
Yeah.
So like, when someone says pop music, I'm like,
pop. Yeah.
Even if you think that's not pop music, it is literally.
Yeah. Well, pop just means popular. So I mean, you can kind of class metal as being pop because, well, it's popular to someone.
Yeah, and then you get into this like pointless like
subgenre
borderline autistic argument about all these other genres. Like, oh, actually, I don't think that, and it's like, you know what? Just listen to the music and shut up.
Yeah.
Just
totally.
Minor like pet peeve. I think this should be another recurring section.
Do it.
Festivals, right? When they start doing this, I should probably be careful. I didn't make this mic. They start clapping, and then the crowd, because of the delay in the sound, they just go up on the up, and I'm like, no.
Yeah, it's like just clapping in general. Like when it's sort of getting
goes out of time.
Come on, let's clap, and it just becomes applause. It's like, yeah, this is great. But I've also found like playing gigs where I'm sort of, you deliberately have that in a set. So you kind of keep time or something, and then the singer's kind of like, yeah, okay, let's clap along, everyone. And then either the singer's out of time, or the audience is out of time, which is then making the singer go out of time, or like that kind of weird sort of thing that's happening there. And then I'm going, fuck, no, don't follow them, follow me.
The drummer is a saviour in the back. Like, I can't speak as being a drummer like you can, but as a spectator, I'm like, this has gone out of time, and then the drummer's got to be like, here it is.
Yeah.
I feel like this is one of those things that only musicians would really be bothered by.
Yeah, but
I feel like the general population that attends
festivals, whatever. But just to be fair, like,
I'm just here to get laid.
I don't know if people do that at gigs anymore. It's mainly just get pissed and
socially distanced
like,
laid.
Stammer your way home. Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess.
Hey, girl, I don't even know what you can do from that far.
I can clap in time. Yeah, look at me. See that drummer?
I can make a cheek clap in time.
I always found it funny, like huge festivals where, like Download, for instance, when you're running down and you're like, oh yeah, you see the stage and some bands on, but like you're miles away, and then you're like, but that's not in time. he's like so far out, because obviously the sound
travels fast.
Like we're that far away, which is why then those huge screens, if you look at the screen, that will then be out of time when you're at a certain distance close enough to the stage, because obviously they allow for the discrepancy in that for the people who are far away in it. So it's like, what?
Oh, did they change the image for like?
No, yeah, they delay it, so it actually matches for the people at the back.
I didn't know that.
For the nosebleeds.
Yeah, except they're not very high up; they're just far away.
But actually has they sort of put stages on like yeah. Because otherwise you'd be like from like a mile away. I can't think of anything worse. Yeah, they're always like that. If you think of like Download first stage,
wouldn't it be better if it was like upwards? Because then you could just see him. You're looking at the singer's nose.
No, because the stage is in the way. because then they'd have to be on level surface. Yeah, you couldn't have the stage because then the stage would be there and you'd be like, oh, I can't see over the top of the stage.
Nah, but the ground would do that, I mean.
Yeah, but then they're playing on a hugely raked stage and he's like singing, like leaning forwards, like trying not to fall over. And I've played on some raked stages that have just like been.
Wait, are we talking about the stage being raked or the stage is flat and then the ground at a festival is raked? Because I know that like say Brixton Academy is raked so that the people at the back are higher up.
Yeah, which is what festivals are like.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you did it the other way. Yeah, so now the stage is even higher.
No, because then you're just looking at the dude's butt in front of you.
Oh yeah, I forgot there's other people here. Okay, yeah.
It's not just you. Like, I like, choose to stand at the back. Like this is where I stand.
We know what Camille looks at now. I suppose you're a drummer.
To be fair,
you're always looking at someone's butt.
To be fair, being in a Slipknot mosh pit, like there's just.
I'm so glad you mentioned this.
Crowded like this.
I did not enjoy that experience.
Yeah, there was a point where.
I was like, I'm glad I've done it, but I was 2011 as well at Sonosphere, doing it for the day.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm glad I've done it, but I don't want to do it again.
We saw them twice, though, didn't we?
Who?
Slipknot. I remember seeing them twice.
I think Download 2013 we saw them.
That was it. Yeah, but when
they were headlining.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think they headline wherever they play.
Now, they went. No, yeah, true.
Yeah, back in 20, they were still one of the biggest bands in the world. But yeah, so like just before they started playing, everyone's getting a bit like excited, and you're already like a sardine, and you're like, okay, we can't squeeze any more. Fuck me, man. There was like half the space then. Like everyone just pushed in to the point where they broke those, like, you know, at festivals they have those huge metal barriers with the kind of walkway down the middle for photographers and stuff. We broke them, and I was like maybe 10 rows of people back. There was just so much pushing where it's hard enough trying to like find floor space to put your feet down on. It's just people. You're just standing on other people's toes going, I'm sorry, trying to stay alive so you don't fall over.
I just remember, like, you know when like you get squished up and then you're like, you can feel it moving. You're like, if I try and keep my feet on the ground, there's no chance of me staying up. So you just kind of do this, and then you get like shifted over, and you're like, do I extend now or like just wait for it to like stop moving? And you're like, now. And then if it's too early, you still kind of carry on and get like pushed over and shit.
Yeah,
I'm over that. And also, I don't know what it is about people who go into pits, but why are you always fucking stronger than me? How the hell? What do you do? Just eat food and listen to metal and lift weights?
Go to mosh pits. Yeah.
Oh, that might be it. Actually, they just.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, cool. I can hold my own. No, we can. But like fat person strength, it's a real thing.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it.
But I do find mosh pits get a bad name though, don't they? They're like, oh, people just bear aggressive in that. It's like, well, no, like it's
but I don't know. I can see why there is. There
you
are
have the odd
some
dickhead,
like,
yeah, but they get kind of like
fucking that thing.
Yeah, but they get taken out quite quickly. I find.
But okay, so there's two places though, because they're in a festival. And there'll be like an empty space, and there'll just be one dickhead who's doing it in the middle. Yeah, that.
What are you doing?
But it'd be way more aggressive than that. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, probably like fully swinging their arms and like.
Yeah,
idiots.
I can think of. I'm not gonna name names, but I can think of people that we both know that do that.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, I'm just having a good time." It's like, well, yeah, sick. We're ruining everyone else's time.
Yeah.
Like, and then also.
Not about you, man.
It's what, yeah. So it's at a festival, and then also doing that in like, let's say, Brixton Academy, or like an indoor venue. Mm-hmm. Stop.
Yeah,
just stop.
It's being a bad end. Yeah, exactly.
I think it's also like a.
So much of
they've got like potentially that, but I feel like they need to. There's like a possession thing of like, this music is mine, like this. Like, this is where I belong, so I'm making it my thing.
Yeah.
Do you know how like
swinging my arms about like a fucking spaz?
It's just annoying.
Yeah.
So one of the things I want to talk about, right?
Topic change.
Well, because I was thinking about this whole lockdown situation, and if it was, for example, do you remember that, like when the first lockdown happened, everyone was like stockpiling, they were like treating like a zombie apocalypse and all that kind of stuff. It kind of got me thinking, like, how would we survive in a zombie apocalypse?
I wouldn't.
Because but if we're talking like slow zombies, not the ones not the fast ones.
So you mean how would you survive in the sense of like we're prepared and we know this is happening? Or
like what would you do? Because the reason I was thinking, this just reminded me of it, is because when I was thinking of those like dickheads in the mosh pit, I'm like, those are the first ones I'd get rid of. Selfish cunts. Like cut your losses, just hold him while the zombie eats him, be like, right, I'm done, bye.
Yeah.
Although wait, actually, because zombie, okay, we got a line.
But then it becomes zombies.
We got our line on our rules of what zombies do. So first of all, they move slow, right?
Yeah.
Then also, if you get bitten by it, you turn into one eventually. Like I'm talking like Resident Evil zombies, you know?
Yeah.
That's
Or
like I feel like that's like
zombies.
that's my yardstick for like what a zombie would be.
Yeah.
Or should be anyway.
The classic.
By all horror standards.
Fucking dragging their arm like.
Yeah, exactly. And then if they're like, or if like any blood of theirs or thing gets into your eye or something.
Yeah, because it's a viral infection.
Exactly.
Basically.
The I can't remember what it's called in the movie, but Resident Evil's are fucking great movies, and Mila Jovovich is hot. So
I've not really seen many, but I know what you're talking about. About the movies, not about her.
no. But yeah, we should watch that actually.
I have to. I don't do well with scary films though. Like I'm like, why would you watch something to be scared? What's the point?
Cheap thrills,
Yeah,
like Adrenaline Rush.
yeah, but fuck that.
You can't go
Go
roller coaster.
karting. Go. I don't know. You can't go on a roller coaster.
No, as in, well, yeah, no, I can personally. As in,
I'm
like,
tall enough.
No, as in right now, like.
Well, yeah. Are they not open?
Whether shit. Okay, no. My point is, if you can't go on a roller coaster,
Okay,
it's just
alright.
an adrenaline rush.
Sorry.
What I'm saying. Well, I don't know. I guess equally, you could just stand there and just like close your eyes, and I'll be like, I'm going to kick you in the nuts, and you'd have to wait.
Yeah, but that wouldn't be an adrenaline rush. That would just be waiting for
You
pain.
tell me your heart rate won't rise.
I just open my eyes and be like, fuck you, I'm not standing here.
No, but I'm saying if you're trying to get an adrenaline, fuck's sake, just stop ruining this story. Anyway,
Yes.
So we're aligned on what zombies are. What's your plan, right? So
Shit.
you've seen that on the news they've been like taken over. What are we doing? Or what are you
Yeah.
doing? Because we have got this is the thing. Americans are always better equipped because of the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms.
I feel like...
Also, to kill the zombie, you got to shoot it in the head or take its head off.
Yeah, you gotta fuck the brain up, basically.
Yeah, I think yeah.
Yeah.
So bullet through the head, or decapitation.
Or you can, like, fucking sledgehammer it in the head.
Yeah,
like
destroy
blow.
the brain. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Right.
to the brain. I feel like the first good thing would be is to get away from a major city.
But you got to stockpile food.
Well,
though.
that's what I'm saying. So there's that toss-up between, well, I'm going to be near bear people, where potentially there are bear zombies, where bear zombies can bear people can turn into more zombies.
Yeah, and also there might be those selfish dickheads. Probably the same cunts that swing in the mosh pit that wouldn't tell you if they got bitten.
Yeah. I feel like...
So they'd slowly be turning. I'd be like, what's wrong with you? And then 1 minute he's like, ah!
I feel like the less of you in a group, the better. So like you have
So
like
would you not want-
6 or 7 people in a group, or like 10 max.
This comes back down to that thing about when we were talking about a few podcasts ago about where communities thrive, like what size, and eventually once it
Yeah.
gets past a certain size,
Yeah.
you're fucked because
Yeah.
there'll be someone that turns.
Totally.
Not just as in a zombie turn way, but as in like they'll try and like do.
They'll like try and make a deal with someone else, or try to like do
there'll be
something
like smaller,
outside of the
There'll be
group.
smaller factions within that bigger group, and they're like, "Now you fucked everything up."
Yeah.
So yeah, group of 6.
6.
COVID.
Aye. Maybe
This
that's
is what
scientific evidence.
they're preparing us for this zombie apocalypse.
That was 6. You just fucked it all up. Yeah. No, I feel like get out of the city. Yeah, you're gonna be more secluded, but then I don't know. I feel like limiting the exposure to zombies would be step number 1. If you're in the forest, you can kind of maybe like forage, or like you can kill some deer or some shit.
Yeah, but if you're in a forest, then that gives them an opportunity to surround you because they can smell living people.
Yeah, but if you're in a fucking city, bro, like what? You got more open space. You can just run
So
around.
in my experience of
Build a
horror
huge
movies
fucking-
with zombies, they tend to like go up like a block of flats, go to the very top, and then like barricade the bottom part and like break the lift.
Ah,
But then the problem is,
How'd you
you're
get
stuck
down?
up. You're stuck there now.
you need like some kind of ladder.
Because what they do is you try and create like a safe place and send out radio signals, because radio towers,
Yeah.
like TV stations, studios and stuff, they get like ransacked and they get killed. So then they just try and put out a radio signal for someone, because they end up in all movies they end up trying to find power in numbers. I'm surprised you said
Less
groups
people.
of 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think if your initial plan is that,
Yeah.
and then from there onwards you 6 can make a.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you need to sort of get some supplies beforehand before you fuck off, because you can't just be like, I'm going. I got nothing. I've got my phone.
But everyone was like worried about toilet paper stockpiling. Toilet paper's not the worst thing to be out of.
Yeah, You use your hand.
Or just
I mean, worst case scenario, you can wipe with your hand. If you really needed to. Or a sock. You'd run out of socks quite quickly, but you could buy socks still. You go to Primark and get like the £1 for like a 10-pack
fish
pack of socks. Yeah, you don't wipe your ass as a fish, bro.
No, you get £1. We have to get £1 fish.
Yeah, I know, but it's stinky.
Oh, that's a disease waiting to happen.
But so
back to
zombies.
Yeah.
Remember, so you know, like in New York, where they have on the side of buildings, they tend to have like that staircase, the fire escape.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that would be sick because you can just take out that bottom ladder that goes to the ground. The zombies can't climb that, so you can still get up. You block the main.
How smart are these zombies? Actually, we didn't discuss this because like
I don't think they're like
because they're
doing calculations and like moving cars and trying to climb and. Okay, it's literally just.
I was thinking that. I was thinking, what if they got on each other's shoulders?
I didn't think they'd do that.
Like, you know those military events where they do that thing where they have like a obstacle to get up.
Yeah.
And then they have like 4 guys and it's like the height of all 4 of them, and then one of them runs up, grabs onto it, holds on, and the other one runs up, holds his legs.
I don't think zombies would do that. But also
they also can't run, so yeah.
The more you wait, the weaker the zombies get because their bodies start to deteriorate, don't they?
They need to feed on living flesh, right?
Yeah, but I don't think they like actually regenerate health. Or not health, like a fucking video game.
They're like the undead.
Where they regenerate energy. They stay fucked up. Like if one's got a blown out leg.
He just limps a bit slower.
Yeah. Yeah, but then their arms start falling off and shit, don't they? Because the flesh still deteriorates. There's no blood going through their system.
But there's no heartbeat because they're dead. But they're the undead.
Oh, why? I don't know then.
If ever back to trying to like define what kind of zombie
we've not got out of the first step.
I don't know. I feel like I don't know if I'd go to a forest. I think I'd want to stay in a city. I'd want to stay in familiar territory.
Okay, yeah, I guess.
But also, we have no weapons here.
Yeah.
So
you could raid a Wix or a tool station.
Yeah.
Get all the axes, but then that's close combat.
Yeah, I don't want to be close.
I feel like that's the way to
projectiles,
go. Bro, you screwdriver, kick to the shin.
That's like this long.
You kick to the shin and you just screwdriver in the eye. Done.
Have you ever... this is a stupid question because I know the answer, but... Okay, I'm not going to answer the question. I was going to say, have you ever had someone try like aggressively bite you? Like...
No.
I know, neither have I.
I don't think so.
But I'm saying, like, if they were, I think you'd be too preoccupied with, like, trying to... Like, if I lunged at you, like, with my face, you'd be like, a face, and trying to get your hand on my face. And that's when they'd bite you. I reckon hand bites.
Well, no, but you'd adapt. You'd realise, okay,
you haven't got time to adapt. You've got one chance to get it right, or you get bitten. So a screwdriver, fuck that.
Right, well, just Assassin's Creed blades. Bam!
When did... Okay, how have you built this?
Yeah, you make them.
Like hydraulics, yeah? Just...
Oops, but too powerful.
It's like, oh, I went the wrong way!
Oh. Or like you didn't get your hand out of the way, it just blast through your hand.
Oh. Well, you've killed yourself anyway, so...
Oh, that's definitely death.
That's one... one way to deal with it. Zombies? Nah, kill myself.
No, kill myself.
At least you get out on your own terms.
Yeah. Like a fucking idiot. I made this really sick thing that could kill zombies, but I killed myself with it instead.
That would be the worst plot for a horror movie. The world gets affected. The main protagonist is like, fuck this shit. Out. Oh. So, okay, not a screwdriver is what I'm saying.
I'm saying, yeah. Those long ones.
You're going to... A long screw?
Yeah, you know you get those long flatheads.
Like, I love you, but if zombie apocalypse happened and you're like, alright guys, I'm ready. I'm like, I'm not going
like
to
a Batman belt of just screwdrivers of all different sizes. I got you Phillips, I got you flatheads, you torque bits.
Okay, no. No. I reckon, I was going to say like a pneumatic drill.
Yeah, but
that
you
wouldn't work because you have to, yeah.
It'd work for a bit and then the battery's dead. Oh, shit. You need a car, you need transportation. Or you would just get like, I don't know, you need...
Your dad's tool van.
A bicycle. I don't really know. No? I don't need no power.
Yeah, but... You're so exposed.
Yeah, but they're slow zombies. We're just trying to get...
So you're peddling.
Hey, listen, you lot. You're with me, right? Yeah, I'm not talking about like a jigsaw fucking...
like a
tricycle. No, like a fucking mountain bike or some shit.
Oh, good, all-terrain. Okay.
Yeah, I guess if you get punctured, then you're fucked. Either way...
Why have you gone from car to a bicycle?
Because cars need fuel. And, like, it's hard to get fuel out. Keep them running. Whereas if you got a bicycle, it's just power your legs. You go for as long as...
Would Google Maps go down?
Bro, the internet will go down. Everything will go down.
Oh, fuck.
Like this camera.
Whoa! Damn, that could have caused some real havoc.
We're good.
We're back. But I think we need to establish how we're going to do it. So, I think, first of all, not screwdrivers. Definitely a car. You plan out a route using an actual paper map of petrol stations.
Yeah, circles.
And you need plan B, petrol station, in case it's too populated around those areas. Right? I think you also have to stock the car up with, first of all,
bicycles and screwdrivers.
Bicycles on top of like the racks. Not screwdrivers.
You're looking like you're going for like a nice family vacation with the bicycles on top. Like, yeah.
We're going hiking.
Meanwhile, it's just all grey outside.
I'm trying to think of what tool I'd use.
Axes,
maybe
stuff like that.
I was going to say an axe, but do you know how fucking heavy those things are?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like maybe the adrenaline rush of
you can get the little ones to like kind of.
No, we're back to short, like the tomahawks.
Yeah, you need close combat. You gotta get used to close combat. Because like guns won't work because I mean we don't fucking have any in this country.
Bar stools are good. They're like super long. Just keep pushing them.
What, like you're training a lion?
Why do you use a bar stool to train a lion?
Yeah, have you not seen that in videos? So they use like a bar stool and like. I'm sure that's the thing. I
really hope you put a video up of it somewhere.
I'll find one. Some really like candid shit video.
Okay, so bar stools, bicycles, screwdrivers, and a car, and your 3 best friends, and some good albums.
Yeah, some tunes. See, albums. This is where CDs come into play.
And that's
we ain't getting no Spotify.
How you survive a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, done. Let us know what you do. Because I think this is a pretty shit plan, if I'm honest.
I have a good time.
Yeah.
I'd definitely go smash some shit up. Smash
some shit up.
Yeah, that one. Just because because there'd be no police. I'd be like, I'm gonna die at some point. How long can you realistically survive? So let's do something.
I'm gonna be a rebel, I guess.
Yeah, there'd be no one to like it on my Instagram, and that's what I live for validation. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. It's been a good conversation. Camille, I would say that your plan with screwdrivers probably wouldn't let us survive.
Yeah,
but if we're gonna die anyway, you guys let us know what you do, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, peace.